marks the beginning of what I would call the revolution in the Nigerian housing market. NMRC in so many ways is like FMDQ, because I'll say NMRC is to housing revolution as FMDQ is to DCM, the Nigeria revolution. Now, without further ado, I want to invite our Vice Chairman, Mr. Jibril Aku, to give us the opening remarks.
I'd like to congratulate the management of FMDQ for another milestone in bringing the NMRC to listing on our platform. This is a big one, given the housing deficits that we have in this country. The NMRC is expected to play a very big role. The significance of the bond in terms of leading us towards affordable housing. We've had several data. Some say 8 million housing deficits. I think it's even much bigger, but Prof, you will know the number better, how much housing deficit we have in this country. It shows clearly the scope of that sector, for which the financial industry has not been able to tap into that sector because we don't have the value chain which you have now brought into play. These bonds allow investors to play into the housing sector without actually owning the house or building the house. So that will lead us to a very strong secondary market, which will lead the investor base with a portfolio and array of instruments to choose from, rather than some of the narrow instruments that we have right now. So we indeed consider this a welcome development.
Issuer, NMRC, Professor Charles Young is a special request. Thank you.
The NMRC's role in the market is very clear. Our mandate is to promote wider home ownership. And as part of that mandate, we provide liquidity to the market as well as help develop the secondary mortgage market. In doing that, it is part of what we have to do to help deepen the debt market. And so this is one of the first tentative steps, but nevertheless it's giant steps in that process of building a private debt market, private corporate debt market that will drive the creation of new mortgages in the economy, creation of sustainable home financing vehicles, and the creation of affordable mortgages in Nigeria.
The signing of the listing register and presentation of the listing certificate. So we're going to present scrolls, and scrolls were the first forms of recording. And then after we're going to present a plaque, which is more modern, to just, like I said, commemorate and also remember this occasion. And finally, which I believe is the indelible part of it, which will probably last 50, 100 years even after we've gone and FMDQ is still in existence, is the autographing of our bond listing wall. At this point, we're going to present a scroll, the registration.
First
where the mortgage market is accessing the capital markets in a sustainable way. NMRC has highlighted their focus on standardization and integrity, and to ensure that they continue to access the capital markets for the long term and not for the short term. And we're glad to be part of that story.
I'd like to invite our MD, Mr. Anadeli, to come and give the vote.
When all the protocol things done with Nigeria, people say things are not possible. But Prof has made NMRC possible. All my colleagues have made FMDQ possible, including the board, the directors, everyone. And as Alex Ferguson said, the difference between leadership and management is leading people to make the impossible possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. The order of
So for us, given the depth of the housing deficit, we know that this is just the first of the series, and there's going to be more series as they continue to refinance mortgages in the market. So we see this first 8 billion as a good start, and we know that their funding needs are huge. So we'll see lots of series coming into the market. So it's a very good first step.
The NMRC's role in the market is to promote wider home ownership for Nigerians. And what we saw today is part of NMRC's objective of developing the secondary mortgage market. In listing our bonds in the market, we now complete the process of price discovery for our bonds and also the liquidity that is required for those who invest in the bond.
Today, we're listing the first series of 8 billion 15-year 14.9% NMRC bond issuance under our 140 billion naira program. Today is a significant day because it's for the market. It's a day where we are connecting effectively the mortgage market to the capital market, and we see that progressively we're able to work together collaboratively to ensure that we're sustainably able to build the mortgage market. Now,
today is the listing of NMRC bond, a great milestone in the history of the debt capital market and also the history of FMDQ as a securities exchange. NMRC bond is the first corporate bond being listed on FMDQ and is one of major national significance. If you look at it, this is housing sector, and that resonates with everyone in this country, every Nigerian. Housing is the first item on risk management for a man. And for us, we're looking at opportunities to support economic development.